What's up YouTube, Dal here from Zephyr War Games, and yes, they are back. Zodiac are back. Now this is the most competitive version I could put together, but it also balances. So the one thing that I've been seeing looking online is a lot of people with their Zodiac decks are going, right, okay, I'm going first or I'm going second. And the deck can do both. Some of it can be a little bit more successful of, some of it can be a little bit more defensive of. But what I've done with this build is I've actually put it together designed to be able to go both first and second. So should you win that dice roll, you know how you're going to win. Should you lose that dice roll, you're also not worried because you've got enough in the deck to stop it. I will talk you through the cards at the end of the video that are the differences between making it a fully go second deck or a fully go first deck as well. With that said and done, please smash the like button, hit the notification bell and subscribe. If we can get this video to at least 50 likes, again, I will bring you test hands and combos. We are unlocking your appreciation towards specific videos, unlocked more content for you guys as well. With that out of the way, let's get into today's profile of the most competitive return of Zodiacs. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, how have they made a return? Well, not only did they get a brand new mini engine in the deck that can pretty much get them a Link 2 for free, and I've already shown you this combo, they also got a almighty powerful card, which basically now makes Broadball one of the best XYZs in the extra deck, because he can then lead to a card that just sends all cards. So, beautiful. Anyway, we played triple Zodiac Blade. Of course, this is probably one of the, if not the most important Zodiac monsters. It is the strongest one in forms of attack, and it also has the ability to ditch a card to draw a card. It will also give your XYZ the ability to do piercing damage, which technically when you're leading to go into Zeus can be very, very important. We've then got triple Zodiac Ramran. Again, defensive-wise, this is the best Zodiac card. But the other ability is, it's very, very nice that when your opponent activates a trap effect, trap card or effect that targets this card, which is the XYZ material, the XYZ that this is a part of, you can negate the activation. So that allows you to pretty much stop Imperm. It is the defensive card. It is just another one of them starters. Until we get Ratbeer back to free, probably never going to happen. This is one of your better starters as well. You've then got triple Zodiac Whiptail. Again, this card just produces you additional materials, additional attack, and another form of a starter. So the card that this is equipped to allows you to banish that opponent's monster after damage calculation. And during your player's turn, you can target a Beast Warrior, XYZ, you control, and attach this card to it as material. And then finally, the one Ratbeer, because it's Ratbeer, basically. You could play, if you wanted to, Bunny Blaster and the Cockadoodle-Doo one. I'm not too sure of the exact name, sorry. But one of them, Bunny Blaster protects from targeting spells, and the Cockadoodle-Doo protects from something else. I can't remember off the top of my head because you don't technically use them. You don't need to. You're kind of going aggression. This is why we play the line that we do. Then we start with the brand new engine. We've got triple Tri-Brigade Fractal. This card is what gets everything going. This is part of the 1.5 in this deck card combo that basically gets you into a Link 2 with an additional monster on board that can then in turn special summon another Beast Warrior from the hand, all without using a normal summon. So I've decided to go with 2 Fractal, 2 Karas, and 2 of the Nerval. Now the reason I've gone with 3, 2 and 2 rather than 3, 1, 1 or 3, 2, 1 is purely because there's more ways of sending Nerval. So once you send Nerval, he then gives you the ability to get into Fractal or get into Karaz. Karaz is the ditch one of a Beast Warrior or Winged Beast monster of special summon it, so it's a free summon. So basically, the way I've kind of gone with this is, should you go first, should you go second, you still have the ability to play this combo out twice, even without getting into your Avarice. That then allows you to move straight into the bigger Winged Beast extra deck monsters as well, without exhausting too many resources. It also gives you another route of Nerval, get into a Fractal, and then that gives you another ability to flood a card into the graveyard and extend plays further forward. Then for the hand traps, again, if you want to cut the ratios down, you can change this up. So I've gone with 2 Ash, 2 Ogre, purely to fit in a range of hand traps. So we've got 2 Ash, 2 Ogre, and then we've got the Gamma package, because right now, Gamma is probably the most annoying hand trap to be played, both for the person playing it and the person playing against it. So it can't be called by the grave, not that that matters right now, but the fact that it destroys the card and negates it is incredibly powerful. Not to mention that on top of that, the reason it's annoying for you is because 9 out of 10 you'll see Gamma and Driver, which means you're technically negging one. But what also makes this good is it's so good for both defensive and offensive plays. So for example, if you were to send Fractal to use its hand effect and they were to try to Ash you, that's when you go Gamma. So rather than having your Call by the Grave, it does give you another way of going nope, my effect is going to resolve because that effect leads me into so much advantage that it's really going to cause you more issues than it is going to cause me more issues. Again, like I said, if you wanted to cut the Fractal or the Tri-Brigade engine down, you take out one Karaz, you take out one... one Karaz and one Nerval. Oh, for some reason I wanted to call it Vidal, but I knew it wouldn't Vidal. So you cut them down by one, you add in another Ash and another Ogre. But again, in the go second builds, they're maining Nibiru. Now to me, maining Nibiru is not good unless your locals is full on combo. Because the last thing you want to do is have Nibiru being a completely dead card in game one. Whereas all these hand tracks we're playing right now and all the cards in the main deck are not going to be dead whether you go first or second. We've then got Triple Tenki. So Tenki again basically gives you a 6th copy of Fractal, and it also gives you multiple copies. So a second copy of, well, not technically a second copy of Rapia, but another way of getting into any of your other Rapia, any of your other Zodiac cards as well. Then we've got Forbidden Droplet. Now the reason I decided to go with Forbidden Droplet is in regards to Dark Lord or No More, it's better in the sense that I can still do damage, I can still win the game from that point on as well. But it also allows me to go first and second. Plus, you've seen that this deck can pretty much go off on either 1 card or 1.5 cards, or technically 2 cards. You also playing stuff like Tenki, so Tenki is another free send of this. Halving your opponent's monster attacks is beautiful. If you're not going for the Zeus clear, you're definitely going to be trying to build into an OTK play. And that's why I've gone with Droplet over anything, because it's the better balance for going first and second. If you main Dark Ruler No More, you're focusing only on going second, which then means that's where you're putting Dark Ruler No More over Droplet, Triple Tactical Talents, and possibly Nibiru as well. But again, Droplet just serves as both the defensive and offensive option, which is why I absolutely love it. And one of the biggest weaknesses of going second with a deck like this is even if you still want to deal damage, even if you just go, you still need to do Board Ball. Board Ball then still needs to battle. So if you can't deal damage, you can't Board Ball. Whereas if you Forbidden Droplet, you can still Brawl Ball. I keep saying Brawl Ball. It's not. Ball Bow. And that basically allows you to still get the Zeus play off and still clear the board. So again, the idea would be that you'd go Droplets, go into Ball Bow, make Zeus, clear the board, and then build up your plays from then on. Like, you don't want to lose as much advantage because Zeus sends the entire board. We've then got Double Avarice, so technically in one turn, you can burn through all of your copies, or at least 5 of your extra deck monsters in the Zodiacs, not to mention all the Tri-Brigades that you can go through as well. So then being able to play Avarice can put them all back, draw you 2 new cards. Those 2 new cards can either be 2 fresh cards from the deck without them being, without cards going back to the main deck, or they can be recurrences of cards you've already used. So if Driver does get sent to the graveyard, not that you really want to put him back into the deck because you can just use Gamma from the hand anyway, but it allows you to kind of recycle your extra deck monsters, recycle your Tri-Brigade engine, and pretty much just give you more advantage. So to me, this is the best card for the deck because I know you're banishing a lot, but you're also flooding the graveyard quite a lot. The one Barrage, sad days. The one Call by the Grave, you still want to make sure your effects are going off, and the one Foolish, so this pretty much send Nerval and off you go. And then we've got the one Monster Reborn, because being able to bring back any Zodiac monster, whether it be an effect monster, whether it be an XYZ monster, is going to allow you to recur your resources from the graveyard. And then finally we've got the triple infinite impermanence. You know, you want to switch off as much as you possibly can. And the reason I've built, or the thoughts behind building this deck, is literally Dragon Link, Zexal, any kind of card that can be turned off with Imperm. So like Monarchs, Vanities, you need to be able to turn off Vanities. And Imperm is the best way of doing that. So this is kind of the thoughts behind building this deck. The only thing this deck will struggle with right now is the Buster Lock. But again, that's the whole idea, is that the idea is that you're going to switch your opponent's board off. You've got the balance to go first and second. If you are only ever planning to go second, then you will definitely be putting in my opinion, Triple Tactical Talents, Nibiru, or actually even with Nibiru is a bit risky, Lightning Storm, and of course Alpha. So to me, if you're only going to go second, Alpha is the first one on the list, purely because Alpha is just a free summon, brings itself down, can be done early game or late game, early board or late board, so bounce more cards back to bounce more cards back. Lightning Storm would then be the second one, or some form of back row. So if you're going to be mainly like Cosmic Cyclone or Twin Twisters, because again, purely what you need to stop is the Dragon Lock. Buster Lock will lose. You'll lose. You won't be able to play the game because your cards from your main deck aren't strong enough to clear off whatever is on. Even if you do use a Droplet, it gives you a bit of a chance, but then it means you need to use Droplet, go into Furrow Blade, and then Furrow Blade will then need to kill Savage or whatever the Dragon Buster is connected to. Triple Tactical Talents would be the third choice, purely because they activate a monster effect. You're either going to steal a card or you're going to draw cards. And then Nibiru, in my opinion, would be the last card that I main, unless my locals, like I said, is like all combo heavy. Like if all my opponents are constantly making 5 or more summons during the turn without even making a negate, I'm going to main Nibiru. But if they're not going to do that, to me, Nibiru is a brick card, on that sense. Then moving on to the extra decks, we'll start off with the Zodiacs themselves. We pretty much double up everything that we're allowed to double up. So double Hammer Kong, very, very important actually, for your defensive options and offensive options, because if it has a material, your opponent cannot target, just outright, cannot target your Zodiac monsters. So what that allows you to do is it means your Dryden's always going to be live. It means all of your Zodiac effects are going to be live. It means your Banish effect, your Borbo is going to be live as well. So even if you go Hammer Kong, attach a material, go into Borbo, Borbo will then be able to resolve because it means they're not going to get impermed and it's not going to get Veiled, which means it will do damage, which then means you make Zeus and off you go. We've then got 2 Shaka 9. Now again, some people have played 3. I think 2 is enough. Shaka 9, you're going to recycle your materials. You're going to be recycling it with You're going to be recycling all your stuff with Avarice. Yeah, well, brain is not working right now. You're going to be cycling it all back with Avarice. You're going to be maintaining your resources. 2 is more than enough. Then we go with Tiger Mortar. Arguably, you can put Tiger Mortar to 1, but again, you just want the ability to pretty much run the entire Zoo chain again should the first run get stopped. And then the best Zodiac card right now is Borbo, purely because as long as you've got some sort of attack to this card, it attacks directly and you just go, cool, Zeus, game. And then we've got the 1 Dryden because it is only at 1, but it is another defensive play. So again, your ideal end board, after you've either A, cleared your opponent's board with Zeus, or B, going aggression, is you want to end up on a Dryden with the possibility of going into an Ominous Omen, and of course, the Mac Daddy himself, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder. So again, you turn a 600 Borbo or a 400 Borbo or whatever 100 Borbo into a Divine Zeus. Divine Zeus will then detach to and send all cards. Now, depending on how many materials you want to give Zeus, you then have the ability to obviously go normal summon a Zodiac card, go into Tiger Mortar, Chaka 9, Borbo, Dryden if you really want to, and then Borbo right at the end. You've got the ability to resolve Zeus so many times. Now, you should only really need to resolve Zeus once or twice. Once during your turn to clear, once during your opponent's turn to disrupt. Once you've done that, Zeus will pretty much win you the game from that point on. Then on to the Link monsters. Most of these are going to be Tri-Brigades, but we do have 2 Tri-Brigade Frigate. This card is insane. This is the card that basically allows you to get a special summon, a Beast Warrior, Wing Beast, or Beast from your hand. So it gives you additional extension, gives you a zoo without actually needing to normal summon a zoo. And then if it is sent to the graveyard, you draw 1 card, place 1 card from the hand onto the bottom of the deck. Nice! She is then going to pave the way to get into your Tri-Brigade Shurag, the Ominous Omen. Again, if this card is special summoned or another Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monster is special summoned, you get to banish 1 card on field, non-target. Nice. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you add 1 Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monster from your deck to your hand, whose level is less than or equal to the number of banished beasts. Now, this is only going to be relevant if you've got 4 banished. Chances are you're going to have 4 banished because that's the way you're going to make this guy. And then, of course, we've got the 1 Unicorn and the 1 Megaclops, just because your additional boss monsters alongside Zeus as well. Very rare you'll go into these. Zeus should do you the job, but it is just there as an additional option. Now, that is it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you like this. I hope it's given you a couple of ideas. Like I said, I've tried to build this in mind with the balance of going first and going second, and trying to make Zoo as competitive as they possibly can, because they are on their way back. Believe it or not, they could possibly be making a return, and could be really, really good as a rogue, if not a power playing meta contender. Like I said, please smash the like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Get this video to 50 likes. I will bring you test stands, duels, or combos with what we have. But for now, thank you so much for watching. As absolutely always, guys, stay safe and happy dueling.